Voting Theory Class 5 Video 2. In this video we're going to talk about another famous voting system. This time we're going to talk about the Baldwin voting system. So I will say before we begin a bit of a warning, this is probably the most convoluted and longest voting system which we're going to talk about. It's the one which takes the most amount of time and the biggest calculations to actually apply. So let's go on to the definition. So the definition says the Baldwin voting system is a multi-round voting system. And what you do is as follows. In the first round, you calculate the border count. So that's the point count that we spoke about in the previous video. So there's the border voting system where you assign points based on how the voters ranked the alternatives. So the first thing you do in the Baldwin voting system is you calculate the border count. And then you eliminate the alternative with the fewest points. Okay? And then you redistribute that eliminated alternative's votes and you just repeat until there's only one alternative left. So the way you should think about it is the Baldwin voting system, it's sort of equal, like in quote marks, to the border plus instant runoff. Okay, it's like a hybrid of the border and the instant runoff. You eliminate the alternative with the least border count, as opposed to in the instant runoff you eliminate the alternative with the fewest top preference votes. Okay, but I'm sure you can imagine, if you think about this for a moment, this is quite a time-consuming voting system, because you need to calculate the border count. So you need to calculate how many points the alternatives received, eliminate the one that came last, and then recalculate the new border count. Eliminate the one that comes last, and repeat. And calculating border counts involves arithmetic, and arithmetic can be painful sometimes. But we have to do an example, so let's just try and get through it. So calculate the social ranking under the Baldwin voting system. This is the same voting profile that I used in the previous video when I was talking about the border voting system. So the first thing I do is I calculate the border count. Okay, so I want to write this just a little bit to the side. The border count. So if you recall, there's 0, 1, 2, 3. And if you actually work it out, like we did in the previous video, then you'll see that A gets 41, B gets 44, C gets 35, and D gets 30. I'm not going into details because I did this exact calculation in the previous video. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that D came in last place. So I eliminate D. Okay, and now it's important that you redraw the table. Okay, so I'm going to redraw this whole table. Votes. I have A, C, B, B, C, A, C, B, A, and A, B, C. 3, 7, 5, 10. And now the new point system is 0, 1, and 2. Okay. I recalculate the border count. Okay. So I actually have to write this out this time. So A is going to get how many points? It's going to get 3 plus 10 times 2 plus 0 times 1 plus something times 0. So plus 0. This is 13 times 2, which is 26. B is going to get 7 times 2 plus 5 plus 10 times 1. okay, which is 14 plus 15, which is 29. And finally C is going to get 5 times 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 1 plus 0, so don't worry about it. So that's equal to 10 plus 10, which is 20. So this means that C got the fewest points with 20, so we eliminate C. Okay. Eliminate C. I redraw the voting, the table. So 3, 7, 5, 10. AB, BA, BA, AB. The new points are just 0 and 1, and the new border count should be relatively straightforward. So A is going to get 3 plus 10 times 1, which is 13. And B is going to get 7 plus 5 times 1, which is 12. Okay, so that means that like B is eliminated, if you want to think about it this way, and the only thing that's left is A. So the social ranking under the Baldwin voting system is, so who comes first? A comes first, B came in second place, then C, then D. Okay, this is the Baldwin voting system. That's the end of this example, and that's the end of this video.